Welcome to Blue Tree Gaming. This is immediately after part 1. It's being broadcast with the description to the first part. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. So, to recap, this thing is weird. That was a doorbell. Anyway, so when we started following this one, it gave us the name Jeremy. But over in this wooded area that we're going to get to later, it gave us another name. I can't remember the name right now. But, so there's a quarantine going on. Wait, that looks like the light. Kind of. It's a swirly pattern, so it looks similar. So, yeah, there's a lot. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I keep getting interrupted.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
No, get off. No, Sam, stop it.
You weedy little shit.
It's
Give me the
mine.
Can. Give me the can.
I need it.
Grow up! Fuck.
Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
Alright, so that was interesting. That was something that happened, I think, 3 or 4 times in the first part. Okay, so before I go anywhere else, I'm going to go ahead and recap. So that what we saw there was kind of a memory. And I think it was made, like, it was definitely projected to us by that light. We still don't know who we are, but it was projected by that light. And whatever that light is doing is killing people. There's liquid light coming out in their blood because it's hemorrhaging from their nose and ears and mouth, and it's bad. And whatever it does, it kills them. And liquid light comes out in it. And there was a doctor, Dr. Wade, who said he was showing signs that, like, a large tumor was expanding rapidly. But then he said that it couldn't be a flu, which I thought was a possibility of what's going on here for a while, because it had influenza posters all over. There was blood all over these tissues. You'll probably see some later. And we are certain of a few deaths right now. There's a girl, Amanda, her husband, Neil, and their kids. 2 of them. The kids kind of hit me last time. But, oh, and Dr. Wade, he says, and someone else, there was someone's husband that was bleeding and disappeared. So whatever this thing is doing is not good. It's showing us what's going on right now, but I don't trust it. I don't like this. I feel like it's probably going to be one of those games where you get killed in the end. Right now, I'm trying to finish this section down here before... I don't know if I want to go to the church yet or not, but there's a wooded section I want to check out. And I want to check out the church. I'm not sure when. I feel like the church is the final destination. So, probably won't go up there yet. Because I've been calling the light the Rapture, or just a light, but there's a lot. And then we were listening to this phone. It was Steven, who is married to Kate, who is broadcasting on radios constantly, and when we find the radios, I can interact with them, and she, like, plays a message. But I lost my train of thought. Steven is thought to be the one that created this, whatever's going on. And when I started this, I had no idea what was going to happen, so it's all kind of new. Is this a school? I'm really hoping this isn't a school, but I think it might be. In which case, oh my god, it is a school.
What about the station? That's
Charlie,
shut
that
down
was another
too.
person. Meg.
So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and he's seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry I'm late.
And everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them too, not just a couple of old biddies. No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Poor man, hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort
Mary.
this mess out, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time being.
Good.
I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me with that?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Now, has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Okay, so if I remember correctly, Mary was the name of the other person that we got when we were following the light. So, that was a lot of information. Barbara and Dr. Wade, also Phil, were two of the first characters we met. And Jeremy has been a very consistent part of all of this down here. I feel like him and Mary, if that was who was introduced when we found the other name, are going to be alive. And wherever they are, possibly at the church, they're the last two. Because with everything that Jeremy's been doing, which is a lot, he's been helping everyone. He was actually the one who found Amanda and Neil and their kids. Which I think this was actually before that, when he went and looked for them. They were gone. There is a lot of information in this game. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I don't want to go any closer to the church yet, because there's that singing that you're hearing, the chorus, that gets a lot. That seems to get louder the closer to the church I get. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out the wooded area, and then we'll come back. Because I feel like that area isn't very big. I feel like this won't be an hour part like the last one was. I feel like these lines are too close together. There has been a lot of blood and a lot of dead people and a lot of disappearing people. I'm pretty sure everyone's disappeared. There's a few characters like Jeremy who've been constant, or at least in a lot of these, like Charlie. And Amanda was in, I think, 2 of them. We saw her and when she was preparing to leave with Neil and their kids, which was actually before the first time we met her, which was in a house when the kids and Neil were either dead or missing. Right, that was the first time we saw the influenza posters right over there. In that house, Jeremy was talking to this guy, Frank. We went up in there, and the bathtub was full of blood. Well, not full, but there was a lot of blood. I'm thinking these people are dying, and whatever's happening with that light, they're either, like, evaporating in the light, or they're... I don't know. I really want to figure out what's going on, which is why I'm doing the second part as soon as I am, because I want to know what's happening. And once I understand... And once we all understand, everyone who watches this, it'll be a lot. It'll be interesting. And I might need to play some GTA to get my mind off whatever happened. Those shadow movings, like the moving shadows, were Very different. I'm hoping I don't miss anything and hit the end before I get to check everything. Because that would suck, because this is actually a really well-made game. I was planning on doing multiple parts if this game was good. I wasn't planning on doing them right. I'm pretty sure this is an indie game. Like, it feels like it, but it also doesn't, because it's so high quality. Like, the voice acting is amazing. The textures are just great. Oh god. Here's these flecks of light. What's going on here? Oh, there's a clock. Where's the clock? There. I don't know if we just can't see what's happening or... Because... Kate said something about the clocks, and there was a petition that we found so that the, to make it so that the lab, I can't remember exactly what it's called right now, but the lab, they wanted to build the 7th tower, but the people of the town were signing a petition not to. And I feel like that's important. I don't know why, but, yeah, she said that there was something happening in the 6th tower that they had, or something happened in the 6th tower, and something happened with the clocks. I wasn't sure what happened with the clocks, because there was a bar, but I couldn't, and I could hear the clock in there, but I couldn't find it. This is a very interesting game, and I'm very happy I actually downloaded this and am playing it. And this is free with PlayStation Plus right now if you guys have it. So go download it and play it for yourself. Well, I guess there's not much to playing it for yourself because this is a story game. That's all there is to it, is this game is telling you a story. So there'd be kind of no point in playing it, but please give the authors the credit they deserve. And kind of experience it for yourself. Firsthand playing it, because like I feel watching this and playing this are two completely different experiences. One, you're seeing the story and it's like watching a movie kind of, but if you're playing it, you're kind of put more in the shoes of the character who's walking around and seeing all of these memories come to life before them. And that's kind of that's something you need to experience with this game. Alright, so I think I got everything. I want to know, so sometimes those lights seem to work and not to work, like you have to be in a specific spot to be able to interact with them, because like it happened at the beginning of the game, you'll see the controller moving around. These things are really loud. I think the center, they're really quiet though. But yeah. Sometimes if you're at a certain angle, you can interact with them. I wonder if maybe it's just because I haven't found enough of what's going on. But that's the second or third that I can't actually do anything with. And there's no sprint button. I've tried. I would love to be able to sprint so I could keep moving and I could explore more of this game quickly because I want to know what's going on. But it's also kind of building suspense, so that's good. That was a good design decision as far as that's concerned. And you can say that it extends the gameplay artificially, but I don't think it really does that much to it. I mean, yeah, it makes the game longer, but I don't know. If you're saying that they have to extend the gameplay because they didn't have anything good going for this game, that's not the case at all. This game it made me want to not stop playing. It was very hard to stop for 5 seconds to start a new broadcast so that it wasn't a 2-hour broadcast. Is that in this car? It's on top of... Okay, this is another...
It got as far as the Haverton substation before we cut the lines. The interchange there just started dialing numbers at random.
And the symptoms you're seeing match those we've been tracking here.
Sickness, headaches, nosebleeds, eventual hemorrhage, then just light, whatever the hell that means.
Then we've got to stop it before it finds another way out of the valley. Clive, you've got to order a strike.
What?
An airstrike. We have to kill it.
No. No, I don't agree. We've quarantined the valley, we've cut the lines, it's contained.
What if you're wrong? Are you happy to have that on your conscience?
Stephen, I said it's contained.
Okay, that Clive was another name brought up back at the beginning when we went into this phone line where this character Reese was talking, and it kind of like erupted in static, it sounded like. Stephen was like, he said something about Clive. I can't remember what it was now. But I've been wondering who Clive is for a while, and that was the first time we've actually heard him talk. There's another phone.
Hello, Frank Appleton. Breaker Lost Cowboy, this is Travelling Sherlock.
Okay, it's Frank's
You daft bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone. You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you. It is serious. It's not larking about. You be listening to your number stations again, Frankie. It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint. I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think. I'll not argue with that. Frank, have you seen the sky? It's amazing. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I didn't realize we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
Okay, so yeah, Frank is Stephen's dad. Stephen is Appleton. Kate stopped calling herself Appleton when we think... Well, I think that, Stephen and some girl we heard from once had an affair. By the way, she was talking, it sounded like they were probably having an affair. She wanted to. And, so that's interesting. And Frank, Stephen's dad, actually thought this was Stephen's fault. I'm sure when him and Jeremy were talking, I'm pretty sure I remember... Wait, that's a dead bird. That's another one over... Is it getting worse as I go this way?
Terry called this morning. Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Stephen. He always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car. It's probably rabies.
So birds are dying more and more. Oh god, there's 2 more. This is starting to feel like a bad sci-fi, but it's a lot better when it's this well told in, like, this fashion. Like, this feels like, with everything that's going on, one of those bad sci-fi movies you see on sci-fi, but it's not a bad movie, it's a great game. Okay. That's a really big sponge. More dead birds. Okay, I'm starting to think I should go back and check out the church real quick. Because I feel like it's actually progressing as I follow the light this way. it seems to be moving around a lot. We haven't actually seen anything living yet. Now that I think about it, like... Okay, yeah, there's flying birds up there. That makes me feel better. Because we've been hearing these birds the whole time, but we haven't actually seen them anywhere. Well, I'm sure someone that's been paying attention to the sky has seen them. Just wanted to see. You know, when leaves get a ridiculous amount of detail, that's when games will start to look absolutely gorgeous. I feel like leaves are... Oh, thank you. Okay, so... That's good to know, thanks. Clive is Stephen's friend from outside the village, and you left. Well, I appreciate you watching, for however little you did. And I appreciate the fact that you somehow found our channel. Alright, so yeah, headed back to the church now. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is very interesting. And I really do wish I could walk faster, because these long backtracks to things I felt were important before, like, not yet important, or so important I shouldn't see them yet, are kind of really long. Oh, thanks. Yeah. So, yeah, this is definitely European. Where... I'm trying to remember. Church was this way. It is. It really is a great game. I am glad that I downloaded this. So they said something about teenagers vandalizing and tagging, but then when Steven had the paint, it got knocked over and that light or whatever it was seemed to mess with it. I wonder if maybe it's doing that.
Benjamin, Georgie, leave it alone. It might have fleas.
Hello, Amanda. What are they up to?
Oh, they found another dead bird. I do wish the council would clean them up.
Well, apparently they're saying it's a flu epidemic. And I gather they'll be closing the roads and stations, so they're worried enough for that.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, you don't mess about with the flu outbreak, I suppose. But look, I'm just saying, if you were planning on taking the kids to Wales, now might be the time to do it.
Well, thanks, Barbara. I'll have a word with Neil, see what he thinks. Now, George, Benjamin, for God's sake, leave it alone.
Kids. So are there are dead birds down here. Okay, so I completely missed that last time. Alright, so Frank's house. Yeah, the chorus definitely gets louder as you get closer to the church. I really hope I'm not about to finish this. That would suck with how much is left. I feel like there's a lot left.
Doesn't even reach the back fence, silly old bugger.
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but
Father
garden
Jeremy,
design's a little bit...
might I have a word?
Mrs. Boyles, of course. Meg, will you excuse us, please?
See you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Good grief. I mean, those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you. If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy. Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her. Go and support Frank. He needs you now.
God knows what you did. He sees. I just...
An issue with me. I suggest you write to the Bishop of the Diocese. I have parishioners to attend to. Excuse me.
What did Jeremy do? the plot thickens. Plot's been thick since the beginning. There's another radio. I can never find these damn radios. Here we go. Are those... That's light from the thing, isn't it? Okay, so I don't need to be here yet. That's good to know. Definitely slowed down when I got in here. I think this house over here is the last one I haven't been to. No, totally just walked all over the graves. That's terrible. I wonder how many of these might be empty graves from the people who have disappeared. Okay, that's just a rock. I thought maybe it was another dead bird. Okay, thank you. So that is Jeremy's light. That was, I think, the first thing I guessed, was that either I was Jeremy or is him showing me where to go. You are very helpful. Thank you. Is that it down there? How have I missed, like, these entire sections? Because this game is huge, that's why. I didn't even notice this road. Okay. The musical score is amazing. Okay, so here's that school or whatever it was. Thank you. I will definitely accept. Which way? Okay. Thank you. Good night to you too.
Meg, are you here?
Here, I'm in the lounge.
There are too many empty houses tonight. Most of the village is gone now.
My head's killing me. Have you listened to the phones?
No, I thought they were all dead.
There's a strange kind of static now. I think I heard numbers in it. It sounded like the American woman.
Kate? She's still alive. No one's seen her.
Is Charlie back?
Not yet, no. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Father. Listen, you go on ahead. I'll just rest here a little longer.
Sleep well.
Oh god, she was bleeding too.
3, 1, 7, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 7.
Alright. So Jeremy went back this way. Was there... Did he go this way? Did he go out in there? Is there a scene in there? I heard him. There he is. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you leading me now? This way? Back towards the front of the school? There's another clock. It's not at the same time, though. Where are you going? Oh, can I see the scene at the bridge now? He stopped at the bridge. Okay. Still nothing here. Where are you leading me? Where is the next scene you want me to see? That house up there. That was one of the next ones on my list. Because I totally have a list. Yeah, I'm running blind in this game. Was there a scene he wanted me to see in here? Because he just kind of ducked in and out.
Just have a word with them, perhaps. They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you.
Oh, there you are.
I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
I really want to know what this bridge scene is, if it is a scene. He just hovered around it, though. I feel like that's it. I feel like that's when I need to go there. Or maybe I'm just too eager to see this scene. I feel like I'm getting closer to it, at least if it is an actual scene. Jeremy's late. Where are you leading me? Is there one behind this building that I've missed? Like, out in that field, is there something that I need to see? Because he keeps going back here. Yeah, it's definitely something to see over here. Oh, I missed the store. There's a basement.
I couldn't stop it. I couldn't do anything. Stop it. Calm down. Get back. It's in my head. Howard, wait. Ah!
Father! Father, are you all right?
It's my ankle. Oh, Jesus, Lord, I think it's broken. Howard, go and get help.
There's no one left. No one's coming to help us.
Please, Howard, fetch help.
The light. There in the light. I can see everyone in the light.
Wait, he's disappearing.
Oh my God. Help me.
Where is he? So he watched someone disappear. He saw what happened to them. I wonder if maybe then I need to go down here to the bridge. Yeah, there he is. I'm coming. Hold your horses. Bells. Oh wait, is there something over here? I'm gonna check this out before I go over to the church. No, okay, it's just an empty road. I know, it looked like a shortcut for a second. It would be nice if there were a few shortcuts. I'm loving this game so far. But there is a lot of backtracking to do. And honestly, it's gonna take a long time to recover if I don't have to go to the church yet. But I swear I heard the bells. Wait, am I Clive? That seems entirely possible. that would actually make sense because Clive was out of town. So if I was Clive, then I would be in town trying to figure out what happened. And those would be like audio logs. Okay, so yeah, I did come here early. Here's the influenza posters. Definitely not the flu. The flu doesn't make people disappear. Wait, was I supposed to wait for Jeremy's light? Are you gonna lead me where to go next? There was a little bit of rendering issues. Kind of left speechless so far. There he is. Where is he leading me? Do I need to approach from this side to see the scene, or what? I'm following as best I can. Are you ready to show me what's going on? Is this the end of the chapter? I really don't know if I've gotten all the scenes, because he seems to be jumping between the same few spots. So I'm wondering if maybe he just keeps jumping there, or... Okay, so yeah, I think it is just jumping between all the spots, so I think I do need to go to the church now. If not, I'm gonna have to end this video, because this game, while very good, it does hurt your head after 2 hours of straight playing it, because there's a lot to it to figure out what's going on. Oh wait, I missed this area. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to end this here because I really, like, I need a break from this game. I'm loving this game as far as I've gotten, but it is taxing on the mind trying to piece together all the puzzle. But thank you for watching, and have a nice day.